Happy Saturday, Cafe. We got NFL Sunday tomorrow, which means we've got a lot of football and an even money parlay coming at you in this video for those early afternoon games. Also, because we appreciate you following along with these YouTube videos while we're still getting them going. Snuck in an extra play for the 1 p.m. slate that we usually do in the Cafe membership. We do 4 total plays. So we have the video play, and then we're sneaking one extra into it. I know we had hit 6 straight NFL primetime plays in these videos, 12 straight, including the extra play. Unfortunately, the video one goes down. The Eagles. We trusted the Eagles. It seemed like every single person on social media had them. And when I saw that, it started to feel like a trap. And of course it was. They just looked terrible. The Giants looked amazing. Honestly, if we had Saquon on here without the Eagles, it would have been an insanely bad beat because Saquon had 56 yards at halftime, goes over it, and then back below. Tough one. Can't win them all. We did at least win the extra play in the Cafe membership for a 1-and-1 night. Player props in this one. Incredible game for player props. You rarely see us with the spreads or money lines on these video plays. Of course, when we do it, it's when we fall for the trap. Still an 11-and-1 run in primetime games, which we'll try and get back to for Sunday Night Football tomorrow. But we're taking it to NFL Week 6. Forgot to put a graphic in there, so there's just a yellow box. I'm just going to get right to the first player. This is the early afternoon games, the 1 p.m. slate. We got 4 total players. We got Alvin Kamara, 15-plus rushing yards and 2-plus receptions. He's had 27 or more rushing yards in all 5 games this year. His rush attempts line is at 11.5, a huge part of this offense. We're asking for 15 yards. He's also had 2 or more receptions in 31 of his last 32 games and averaged 4.8 last season. The only one he missed it in those 32 games was earlier this season against the Seahawks when they were down like 30 points in the second quarter or something crazy. They pulled the starters early when he only had 1 reception, barely played much of even the third quarter. So that's definitely an outlier. Huge part of the passing game as well. Love him to get 15 yards and 2 receptions. And then we're taking it to the other side of the ball in this one. Travion Henderson, the rookie running back for the Pats. We need 15 rushing yards from him as well. The biggest thing about this is the Pats have been playing with 3 running backs going between the 3 of them. Antonio Gibson, Ramondre Stevenson, and then obviously Henderson. Antonio Gibson tore his ACL literally last weekend against the Bills in that great Sunday night game, out for the season. And Henderson, sorry, struggling here. It's a little late here. He's had 24 or more rushing yards in 4 or 5 games this season, but they were splitting snaps between the 3 of them. Without Gibson, his usage is going to be way up. His rush attempts line is now at 9.5 against a Saints team that is bad against the run. They're ranked 20th this season after being 31st last season, and the Pats are a slight favorite in this one. So if they go behind, it's a perfect setup for Henderson. I would even ladder this up to 30, 40, 50 yards. Love him for 15, though. And then we're going to a different game. Kenneth Walker, old reliable prop, 1+ reception because he hit it in 27 straight, averaged 4.1 last season. And they're up against the Jaguars, who are letting up the 5th most receptions to running backs this season after letting up the 4th most last season. He's only had exactly 1 in the last few games. I don't read too much into that because with a new quarterback, I think they're only going to continue to work him more and more into the passing game with him because he's just so talented, not just as a running back, but he catches so many balls. That's a big reason I took him on my fantasy team. I think you're going to see this. We're not going to get this 1+ reception line much longer at these odds. He's going to work his way up more into the passing game. We'll have to take him for 2, 3, like we did last season. He should absolutely show up for at least 1. And then finally, another insanely reliable guy to finish off the play. It's Ladd McConkey for 25+ receiving yards. He's hit in 21 of 22 career games with 39 or more in 20 of those, averaged 79.1 last season. Great matchup against the Dolphins. Chargers also just lost Hampton. Don't really have a reliable running back. I think they lean even more into the passing game. Herbert's completion line at 23.5. McConkey, another guy on my fantasy team because he's just so consistent for this. He had 1 or 2 bad games, so I think his line is way down, but I think another one, we will not see him at 25+ for much longer at these odds. So we love going to take advantage of that. Came out to -103. Always hate not getting it at exactly +100, but we'll still take it. Let's just get a W. Also, look out for another video tomorrow. Right after these games, it's going to be a YouTube short. It's going to be for that great Sunday night game for the Chiefs and Lions. So look out for that because we're going to have 4 total plays. This one, Sunday Night Football. We have an extra for the 1 p.m. game, extra for the 4 p.m. games. We just can't make content around all of them. It's not even like we're trying to be like, get our VIP plays. It's more we launched the membership as an easier way for us to just send out plays for only $7.99 a month if you're at all interested in joining in. But I did say we're going to toss our extra 1 p.m. plan here. The extra play we gave for last Sunday, did slap. Hopefully it's the same result today because there it is at plus 102. I put the most basic stats there. We got Flournoy. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. That's the first time I've ever said that out loud. Flournoy, Ryan Flournoy. Someone correct me in the comments. Yep, there's not too many consistency props on this because he hasn't been a big part of the offense for long. But with CD Lamb out, he's had to step up as one of the main receivers. He's hit this in 3 straight with 6 receptions in their last game. CD is missing another game here. I think Flournoy, whatever it is, continues to stay involved. I think Dak's completion line is like 22, 23 and a half. 2 of those should go to him. And we need Dak Prescott to get one in the end zone. He's in 27 of his last 30, a high over-under in this one of 49 and a half points. So we're expecting points. I think Dak's had 3 and 4 passing touchdowns in the last 2 games and had 2 and 3 the last 2 times he played the Panthers. A good matchup for him to get it done. And then loved these 2 guys on the Cardinals in this situation. Michael Wilson, 5+ receiving yards, and Marvin Harrison, 20+ receiving yards. Marvin Harrison has had that in 16 straight with, I think, 27 or more in the last 15, and Michael Wilson, 21 of his last 22. I swapped those. I put 16 straight for Michael Wilson. It should be for Marvin Harrison. Up against the Colts, who are letting up the 4th most receptions to wide receivers this season. The Cardinals, also a 6.5-point underdog. Could totally see them playing from behind, missing 2 of their main running backs. More reason to lean into the passing game. Everything is there for these 2 guys to need to catch some balls. I think Kyler Murray's completion line is 21, 22 and a half. I don't see where those come from without these guys being heavily involved. And then finally, Judkins, 1+ reception, another guy where I don't think we're going to see this line here for very long. He's becoming more and more involved with the passing game. He's hit it in all 4 games that he's played. I think he had 4 in one game, 3 in another game. Love also taking rookie quarterbacks to dump the ball off to their running backs, which you see all the time. And what we have here, Steelers obviously being aggressive, great defense. I think you see some plays where he just has to be involved. Sorry, it's kind of late on a Saturday. Not used to doing these that late. We're in the home stretch. Love this play. Love the first play that I went through. If you can't tell, kind of tired, but have absolutely locked in on a full Sunday slate. Was so disappointed about that Thursday night play going down. So we really want to bounce back with a big day. And like I said, after these games, look out for a YouTube short where they play in that Sunday night game. We want to have a massive Sunday. Then we got 2 Monday night games. So going to be an exciting next 48 hours of NFL. Absolutely cannot wait to keep it in drive. Hope you're all having a great weekend. Thanks for bearing with me through getting through all those slides. I appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys soon.